All right, so this is another planner that I have. This is my Clever Fox food journal. I did have another one before. It was smaller. And I was doing too much and I barely used it. So I got a new one and I'm getting a little bit better. So I've already did December and put everything here. Um, for December, I love using this pen. I like to do, huh. So my most important goal this month is to put all this stuff out the way. Is to rate down everything I eat. Everything I eat and drink. Also need to make sure. What am I going to do this month? Just write down everything I eat and drink. And meal prep and plan. Meal plan and prep because I'm going back to work on the 8th, and then so I need to get back into prepping that. That's pretty much all. I don't try move the body. I'll put it later. So I just kind of just put some days up there. I haven't really been following it because I don't care. But for next week, this is what I do. So it was being too much for me to track everything and grab everything because sometimes I would eat, sometimes I wouldn't, sometimes I make stuff from scratch and I'll have to go online, find out, and I'm like, I'm not doing none of that. I'm just not doing any of that. It is just too goddamn much right now. I'm already stressed and overwhelmed and trying to make sure my damn heart works. So I'm not sitting there focusing on any of that stuff. So I just decided to white it out. I do not do body fat because that's if you know the history about the BMI index, then you would not use it, and I do not use it. I remember being in the army, and I was down to what 140 pounds, and they still was telling me I was fat and overweight, and always had to get weighed. And I guess even though I was running 2 miles in what 2 miles of 15 minutes, I still was fat. I'm like, whatever. I couldn't stand that. Hate get on my goddamn nerves. I don't like any of that shit they be doing. And if you haven't known, I have a potty mouth. And if you don't like hearing people cuss, then I am not the channel you should be listening to because I will be cussing. Not a lot, but it will fly. So, so what I do check is I use this for my blood pressure and my heart rate. The weight's already there. This is meat free. And my potassium. I am chronically low in potassium, which is dangerous for anybody, but more so for me, again, because of the heart failure. So I have to make sure that I don't record the potassium. I know I write it there, but I don't record it. But that's pretty sure that's going to change this month because I'll be at work and I will need to make sure that everything is balanced. I think I may track it. I wanted to, you know what? I think because this is the end. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put I was doing AM PM meds, but you know it is what it is. I'll take them, always take them. But I'm gonna put my magnesium and meds, magnesium and meds. It's only gonna have two check marks in either. I'm either going AM or PM. But yeah, I'm gonna have my meds. But magnesium. Always trying to make sure that my magnesium is high because my magnesium is low. That I know for a fact my potassium low, and that is not a good day for me. So I'm do my blood pressure, heart rate, meat free because sometimes I don't want no meat. Potassium, magnesium, and meds. And I do take potassium chloride pills. And sometimes they don't do it enough. I take 4 of those, the big chonkers. I take 4 of those a day. And sometimes my my potassium, which is supposed to be between um 3. I think, depending on where you're at and what type of lab equipment your the office use, it can be anywhere between 3.5 and 4.0, with 3 being on the low scale and anything below 2.7 being critical, which is why if you're ever called back and it's like your potassium's critical, yeah, you got to go straight to the ER because they're most likely going to give you potassium drip, which burns. Every patient I've ever drawn with the potassium drip, it has burned them. They've had a rash and they reacted to it. So I don't do that. I've had a magnesium drip, but I had to go to the ER. They gave me a magnesium drip, but I was able to swallow the potassium pills because them suckers are huge. And sometimes I can't get them down, and it is what it is, but I do try my hardest to take my pills every day. One time, my cardiac nurse called me. He was like, Shayla, your potassium is a 2.4. I'm like, oh, that's bad. That's bad. That's bad. And he was like, I need you. I had to take 2.4. I had to take 6 potassium pills 3 days in a row, and then I went back to my 2, and went from a 2.6, 2.4 to a 3.1, and then it dropped again. So, and I think I have back here foods that are high in potassium: veggies, fruit, other foods, and then I have the ones that are low to medium potassium foods that I may eat a lot of, but I still know. But I'm trying to get more of the foods high in potassium, and then I'll be good for that. Bananas get on my nerves because you buy a banana, you buy them green, you turn your head, they yellow, you breathe and they're brown. So I just get them frozen and just make them into protein drinks, which I do have a lot of protein drinks. I do the powders because buying the drinks themselves was getting too expensive. So, and I decided I don't do too much. I really don't do any stickering up here. Well, like not really any serious stickering because why? Why would I? I don't have my fitness planner yet. I'm still working on it. I'm thinking about putting fitness in here because I did have a fitness planner one, but I don't know. I guess I was using it too much. And I did like the fitness one from Clever Fox, so I may actually stick with this and then just get an additional, just the actual fitness journal, and then I can do that in, or I can just get, just a data. I don't know. I haven't figured out how I want to do the fitness one because I can't do too much. Walking definitely I need to put in here, but it's just so much stuff. And where are my new tweezers? What did I do? I was about to say, yeah, new tweezers. I'll say, now where the hell are my tweezers? I just had them. So, walking. Because it's just, well, I haven't started working yet. But I still do focus on my weeklies. Because this is what I consider this a weekly. Because every once in a while, I'm going to write down a shopping list, but I always come here. Because sometimes I do plan my, I need to get my nose done. I do plan them out. But I'm going to walk. I'm not going to do no progress. I don't check pounds lost. I just check to make sure as of right now that I am weighing myself because my weight fluctuates. It fluctuates so bad. And it is just so irking. But that's the water weight. So it's only but so much I can do. I'm going to have to get some more tweezers. These aren't sharp enough. They work, but they're not sharp enough. But I still like these though. So that's all I'm gonna do for that one. And then it's like, see, Ari has like the little activity here, and I think that's kind of like to be the most I want to do is like maybe pre-plan stuff right there for the day, depending on the day. But I don't want to do too much because I think if I do too much, then I'm gonna be upset. So it's the meal plan. And then the meal prep. And I'm not gonna put that there. Meal plan, meal prep. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give me another tweezers. I don't like those. There you go. Now we'll put these down because I saw these and I meant to use them last time and I freaking forgot. But I'll treat myself. Let's see. I always do fruit. I need to pay attention on junk free. And then if I've done it, I'll just check it off. 8 migraines. That is my daily exercise. Yeah, I don't even know why I'm put this here. Because, bro, I have sugar and everything, but I'm thinking, should this be any added sugar? Let's see how that goes. Don't order takeout. Soda free, yeah, definitely need to pay attention to that. I don't do cheat days because I don't restrict myself in anything I'm eating. I lived away from civilization for so long that I kind of lost my taste for fast food. Now, when I came home, I did go to my favorite Chinese restaurant, Danny's. I think I've been there twice in a month. And I've been home. We did go to Wingstop once. Wingstop is overhyped. I don't understand what it is that y'all like about it, but I can make it at home. Like, I really got ideas to make it at home, so I don't understand the hype of Wingstop. So, but you know, maybe I'm just I don't know. I just don't understand the hype. But I did get some ideas for that. Their so-called Cajun corn, which I don't know what's supposed to be Cajun about it, but whatever. I can do that at home, and I can make the sauce myself. So got that going on. I do not have. Of course, I wouldn't have enough. Why would you only give me 6? That doesn't make any sense. Why would you just give me 6 for 7 days? Unless they expect me to use it as habit trackers, but that's not what I'm going to do. So, here we go. Sugar-free, soda-free. 8 migraines. Junk-free. Alright. This is all I do. I don't do anything more. And that is my food journal.